it's Genevieve from the Big Piney Library, and this is Storytime. Yay! I am so glad you're here with me again this week for Storytime. So let's get started, shall we? All right, so how do we start our Storytime? We start with our hello song. Good job. All right, so what do we need for our hello song? We need to clap, don't we? Yes, we're going to clap together, so let's practice that. So we're going to clap on the beat, so try to clap with me, okay? So good, that was great. All right, so what else do we need for our hello song? We need to say hello, that's right. Okay, so we're not only gonna say hello in English, hello, we're gonna say hello in Spanish. Do you remember how to say hello in Spanish? Hola, good job. All right, so we're gonna sing our hello song 2 times through. The first time in English, hello, and the second time we'll say hello in Spanish. Hola, good job. All right, you guys ready? Clapping hands up. Let's get going. Clap everybody and say hello. Clap everybody and say hello. Clap everybody and say hello. What time is it? It's story time. Yay! Good job. That was great. All right, so the second time through, we're going to say hello in Spanish. Hola. Awesome. Okay, clapping hands up. Let's get ready. Clap everybody and say hola. Clap everybody and say hola. Clap everybody and say hola. What time is it? It's story time. Yay! You did a great job. Awesome. So, I know that we just started this week's story time, but I'm very excited for next week. Because next week is our Halloween story time. Ooh, it's going to be so much fun. I'm going to be dressed up in a costume. I hope that you will be too. All right, so to get ready for Halloween, I thought this week we would talk about something that's going to be big and bright out when you are out trick-or-treating on Halloween night. Can you think of what that is? Something that's big and bright that you can see at night. It's going to be bigger than a street lamp, and it's going to be brighter than the stars. It's the moon. Oh, look at her. Isn't she beautiful? I love the moon. So, the moon helps to give us a little bit of light sometimes at night. It's not as bright as the sun, but she tries her best. All right, so I thought that we would start with a song about the moon. You ready? Let's go. Okay, so for this song, we are going to use our scarves, or our shakers, to be the moon, and we are going to be the earth. So, our moon loves us so much that it circles around us, and it never leaves. So we're going to hold out our scarves, or shakers, we're going to spin around, just like the moon spins around the earth, okay? I'm going to use my scarf, but you can use whatever you want, all right? Okay, ready? We're going to sing it 2 times through. The moon is circling round the earth, hurrah, hurrah. The moon is circling round the earth, hurrah, hurrah. When the day turns into night, we can see the moon so bright. We're so glad that the moon is in the sky. Yay, good job. All right, let's do it one more time, okay? Dizzy yet? Ready to spin some more? Okay, all right. The moon is circling round the earth, hurrah, hurrah. The moon is circling round the earth, hurrah, hurrah. When the day turns into night, we can see the moon so bright. We're so glad that the moon is in the sky. Yay, good job, that was great. Oh, that was so much fun. I have always loved the moon. When I was your age, I always wondered what the moon was made out of. Have you ever wondered that? Do you know what the moon is made out of? There's some stories that say that the moon is made out of cheese. Delicious. And some say that it's a man's face. That's really fun, but it's also pretty silly. The moon is actually made up out of dirt and rocks, just like the earth is. It's just that no plants or animals can grow in the moon. So it's just dust. All right, so our first book is about a kitten who thinks that the moon is a big saucer of milk. You ready? Let's go. Kitten's First Full Moon by Kevin Hinkes. Read with permission from HarperCollins. It was Kitten's first full moon. When she saw it, she thought, there's a little bowl of milk in the sky. And she wanted it. Delicious. So she closed her eyes and stretched her neck and opened her mouth and licked. But Kitten only ended up with a bug on her tongue. Oh my gosh, what kind of bugs are these? They're fireflies, aren't they? Poor kitten. It's a nasty surprise. Still, there was the little bowl of milk just waiting. So she pulled herself together, wiggled her bottom, and sprang from the top step of the porch. But Kitten only tumbled, bumped her nose and banging her ear and pinching her tail. Poor Kitten. Still, there was the little bowl of milk just waiting. Cat's pretty determined, huh? So she chased it down the sidewalk, through the garden, past the field, and by the pond, but Kitten never seemed to get any closer. Poor Kitten. Still, there was the little bowl of milk just waiting. She wants it so bad. So she ran to the tallest tree she could find, and she climbed, and she climbed, and she climbed to the very top. But Kitten still couldn't reach the bowl of milk, and now she was scared. Poor Kitten, what could she do? What's going on? Then, in the pond, Kitten saw another bowl of milk, and it was bigger. What a night! Do you think this is a bowl of milk? I don't know. Looks like it might be a reflection in the water. So she raced down the tree and raced through the grass and raced to the edge of the pond and leaped with all her might. What do you think's going to happen? Splash! Poor Kitten. She was wet and sad and tired and hungry. Aww. So she went back home, through the field, across the garden, across the sidewalk, and up the steps. And there was a great big bowl of milk on the porch, just waiting for her. Oh, good, she got her milk. Lucky Kitten. The end. Poor Kitten. Sometimes the moon really does seem so big that it feels like you can just reach out and grab it. But, as Kitten learned, the moon is much further away and not made of milk. But thinking of it, you might not get to see the moon very often because you're usually asleep in bed when it's nighttime and the moon is at its brightest. But I have a rhyme about how the sun and the moon trade places. You ready? Okay, I'm going to say it 2 times through. We're going to start with a big yellow moon. Can you make a big yellow moon with your hands? Make them in a big circle? Good job. Okay, we're going to have our moon go across the sky. Okay? All right, let's go. Big yellow moon shines so bright, glides across the starry night, looks down at me, asleep in bed. Can you be asleep in bed? Whispers, good night, sleepyhead. Big yellow moon, put our moon back up in the sky. Your turn is done. Have it set. Here comes Mr. Morning Sun. So we're going to have our sun go across the sky. Good job. I wake up. Oh, how do you wake up? Stretch. You go to bed. So our moon is going to bed. Sleep well, moon. Sleepyhead. Good job. Awesome. Let's do it one more time, okay? This one's a little complicated, but you can get it. All right, we're going to start with our big yellow moon. Got it? All right, it's going to go across our night sky. Big yellow moon shines so bright, glides across the starry night, looks down at me, asleep in bed. You sleep? Whispers, good night, sleepyhead. Big yellow moon, put our moon back up in the sky. Your turn is done. It's going to set. Here comes Mr. Morning Sun, all the way across the sky. Good job. I wake up, oh, stretch. You go to bed. Sleep well, moon, sleepyhead. Good job. That was great. You did awesome. All right. Even when I'm supposed to be sleeping, sometimes I want to go outside and look at the night sky and gaze at the moon, because because it's just so beautiful. In our next book, a girl named Little Star just can't help herself when it comes to the moon. Or in this case, a mooncake. You ready? A Big Mooncake for Little Star by Grace Lynn. Read with permission from Little Brown and Company. Look here. Little Star and her mom are baking this big mooncake. That looks delicious. And what are they doing now? Looks like they're cooking it. Little Star's mama laid the big mooncake onto the night sky to cool. Now, Little Star, Mama said, your mooncake took us a long time to bake, so let's see if you can make it last a while. Can you remember not to touch the big mooncake until I tell you? Yes, Mama, Little Star said, nodding. Do you think she's going to be able to resist? I don't know. And Little Star remembered as she brushed her teeth, washed her face, snuggled into bed, and fell asleep. But in the middle of the night, Little Star woke up. Do you ever wake up in the middle of the night? I do sometimes. She forgot everything her mama had said and only remembered the big mooncake. Oh my gosh, it's so big. Pat, pat, pat. Little Star's soft feet tiptoed to the big mooncake. What do you think she's going to do? Would her mama notice if she took a tiny nibble? Little Star didn't think so. Yum. And look at those crumbs. But was someone coming? Little Star flew back to bed. Oh, look, she's got crumbs all over her, doesn't she? And they're trailing all over. The next night, Little Star remembered the big mooncake again. That one bite had been so sweet and tasty. Was the cake still there? What do you think? Yes, it was. There was the big mooncake, an almost perfect circle, all alone and delicious in the sky. Would her mama notice if she took another tiny nibble? Little Star didn't think so. Look, she took a bite, and look at all of those crumbs. Yum, Little Star flew back to bed. And the next night, what do you think Little Star remembered? The big mooncake, of course. Would Mama notice if she took another tiny nibble? Little Star didn't think so. Look, some of the moon is starting to erode away, though. She's eating a little bit too much of it. And look at all of these crumbs. Can you see them all? What do they look like? They kind of look like stars, don't they? And the night after that, what did Little Star do? Nibble, nibble, yum! She's eating more of the mooncake. Night after night, Little Star took tiny nibble after tiny nibble of the big mooncake. Oh no, what's happening? Look, it's all going away. It's almost all the way gone. Until one night, Little Star's mama went to look for the big mooncake. Where was it? It was gone. Instead of a glowing round cake, there was just a trail of twinkling crumbs. It's pretty beautiful though, huh? Little Star, her mama said, shaking her head even though her mouth was curving. You ate the big mooncake again, didn't you? Little Star looked up, her grin reflecting her mama's smile. She knows that she did. Yes, Mama, Little Star said, nodding. Now, let's go make another one. Look at that beautiful trail of crumb stars. Look, they're making another mooncake. The end. Little Moon really loved munching on that mooncake, didn't she? Did you see how the moon's shape changed as she ate it? Our moon changes like that too. Well, the moon doesn't change, but how much of it we can see changes. Sometimes you can see the whole moon. It's called a full moon. But then a shadow is cast on the moon, And sometimes we can only see half, or a crescent, or a little sliver of moon, or no moon at all. But don't worry, because the moon always peeks back out, and we get to see more and more of it until we get to see a full moon again. Have you ever wanted to go to the moon? I have, even if it's not made out of cheese. So, we've got one more song about going to the moon, and then we're going to read a book about a boy who actually gets to go to the moon. You ready? Let's get ready for our trip, shall we? So we're going to sing Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. So get your hands ready. We're going to slide them back and forth like this. Can you do that? Good job. All right. We're going to sing this 2 times through. You ready? Okay, get your hands going. All right. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you want to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready for blast off? Scrunch all up, and then we're going to blast off. Good job. That was great. All right, let's do it one more time. You ready? Let's start with our hands sliding back and forth. Nice. Awesome. Okay, here we go. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you want to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. You ready for the countdown? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Scrunch all up. Blast off! Good job. That was great. Oh my gosh. I think we're ready for our moon visit, aren't we? All right, so let's read A Kite for Moon. A Kite for Moon by Jane Yolen, Heidi E.Y. Stemple, and Matt Fellon. Who's this? Oh, it's Moon, isn't it? It was morning, and Moon sat alone in the sky. Have you ever seen the moon during the day? Sometimes you can, but you have to look really hard because Moon is very, very faint during the day. The stars were all abed. No one below was singing to her. No one was sending up rockets or writing poems about her. No one was taking her photograph or painting her picture. Moon began to feel terribly sorry for herself. Poor Moon. Down below, a very small boy, flying his kite on the beach near his house, looked up at Moon. What do you think he's thinking? Moon, he called up to her, don't be sad. He ran as far as he could, all the way to the edge of the water, where the moon sat on the horizon. So the horizon is where the ground and the sky meet. And there's the moon. He tried to hug Moon as his mother did to him whenever he was unhappy, but Moon was too far away. Yeah, it's too far to get to Moon. So he wrote on his kite, promising to come someday for a visit. Then he let go of his kite, sending it up, up, up for Moon. It's very nice. Days went by, years. Moon waxed and waned, which means Moon got smaller and bigger. She counted shooting stars and meteors. She worried about peace down on Earth and strange objects whizzing by. Do you know what this is? It's called a satellite. We send it up into space so that we can talk to each other on our cell phones. Isn't that cool? Many nights the boy watched Moon through a telescope his father had given him. Have you ever looked at through a telescope? It makes things that are very far away, like the moon, look much closer. Many days he sent up a new kite for Moon. Red kites, blue kites, green kites, yellow. Some fell back to Earth. Some disappeared into the sky. Let's see. What color kite is that? That's our yellow kite. What about that one? Red. And then this one? That's a green kite. Good job. And then this one right here? That one's blue. Good job. And Moon watched the boy grow. Look, looks like he's doing some homework. Every day the boy studied hard. He learned his large numbers and his small sums. He learned algebra and equations. He learned geometry and tried to square the circle. He learned all about the sky and the moon. It's a lot of hard work. He learned to ride a bicycle, drive a car, fly a plane, and a rocket. Then one day when he had learned enough, he went up, up, up in a big rocket ship with a fiery tail. Kind of like his kites, huh? Oh my gosh. Look, he's an astronaut. And he is on the moon. Hello, Moon, he said. I have come for that visit. That's so cool. Look, he opened the door, looked out, and got to see the moon. And the whole world watched. There's our moon in the sky. The end. That was great. He got to become an astronaut and go to the moon. He got to see that the moon was made out of rocks and dirt, just like the Earth, and it had mountains and valleys, like the Earth as well. So you can see the dark and the light parts of the moon that show all the different formations. Looks pretty awesome. So we're going to make our own moon for our craft. But first, let's say our affirmation. You ready? Let's stand up. Okay, you ready for our affirmation? Remember that this is going to be loud and strong so that we can have the best day ever and be the best people that we can be, okay? All right, let's start with a nice wide stance, arms wide. You ready? You're gonna repeat after me. I am great. Did you say it? Good job. All right, hands up to your forehead. I am smart. Good job. Arms up. Show me how strong you are. Yeah. I am strong. Did you say it? Good job. Give yourself a nice big hug. I am loved. Good job. All right, we're going to make a nice big jump. You ready? Today is an awesome day. Good job. That was great. Okay, so it's time for our craft. So in your craft bags, you will find a paper plate, a bag of treasures, and some aluminum foil. We're going to use this to make our own moon. Now, parents, I'm very sorry. A single piece of aluminum foil can break holes with this craft, and I should have included more. So if you've got a few extra pieces of aluminum foil to layer on there, it'll be really helpful. Okay, so let's go build our moon. Okay, so we've got all of our materials. We're going to start with our plate, which is going to be our moon. It's a full moon, isn't it? Yeah. So our treasures are going to be our mountains and valleys and our formations. So we're going to place them onto our plate, and however you want. I'm going to put all of my shells together up here. What about all these beans? Yeah, let's get them all in there. All right, that looks good. So now you can take your aluminum foil. I have 3 layers. Again, I apologize for not giving you guys enough aluminum foil. We're going to lay it on top. We're going to gently push down and create our formation on our moon, okay? Okay, once we've got our moon surface, we're going to fold all the rest of the aluminum foil under so we can see our nice round moon. Ooh, and there's my moon. Look at how shiny it is. That's awesome. So this is a great craft to do over and over again. So you can put different things underneath your aluminum foil, What other objects do you think you can put under there to make different formations? Awesome. That was such a fun story time. I hope your moons turned out great. Okay, so next week is our Halloween story time. Get ready for some spooky, but not too spooky, songs, stories, and craft. So I will be in my costume, and if you would like to join and get in a costume as well, I encourage you to do so. All right, so I will see you next week, okay? Bye!